Before we got into this conversation, you said a word that I like. You said big deal. Something that was a big deal for you was signing your deal. And how you got to the deal was your management, your old management team that you were with. And I'm really glad Noodles is here today because Noodles is your new management. And I want Noodles to kind of help us clarify everything that happened that led you to signing with Warner Music. So you can say your piece and how you left that management. And then I want to kind of, I kind of want to get Noodles' perspective. So what happened between you and the old management?
They wasn't doing nothing for me. Nothing. So I'm like, time to go. Just getting signed. I'm out. This nigga want to be telling the cameraman's hold my video, FR. He did. He's working a construction job while he's trying to help me.
I could clear. All
right, let's.
Noodles, get it clear once right now. You hear me?
Can you get Noodles the mic?
You want me to swing the mic around?
Swing the mic around, Noodles. All right, so Noodles, turn the mic around.
Turn it? All right. We're going to do this one time. Noodles don't talk on camera. Noodles behind the scenes.
So
Noodles don't talk.
Noodles is Shy EK's official manager.
Official manager that did the right business. Long story short, the way that he was explaining what he was signing was wrong. So, talk of the town, Chloe, she didn't really know how to explain it to him right. So, the way she explained on, like, yo, you just signed a management situation is not nothing crazy. It was a production deal. So, FR wrote it up bad. The manager guy, 41 Boys, so I know they got a bad deal. Long story short, it got written bad. So, it was terrible. They didn't do nothing. They got one polo sweatsuit and 2 videos that was $150 each. Period. You know what I mean? That's what they did for him. But FR was kind of giving Chloe the money, and she was distributing it to Sha. So she got swindled by him too. She didn't even know like what she was kind of putting him in, but she wanted to break into the space of breaking artists because she's argumentative. Like, long story short, she's a great blogger. You know what I mean? She got one of the fastest growing platforms, Talk of the Town. So she was just trying to break into the space of having an artist and being able to walk an artist into the door and guide the youth. She got misguided by FR, and she misguided Shy. But when it was time to fix it and do right and say, yo, he could be released, go get a check, she did right. She was like, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to give me. If it's nothing, fine. But if it's something, fine. She got a nice check. Nice high 5 figures check. So I told you what they invested, $300-400, and she turned that into 5-6 figures. You know what I mean? So she did do right. Shout out to Talk of the Town, and that's what it was. FR did bad. He didn't know that we could read. You know, I hit my frat brother Matt, who's a Q-Dog, Matt Middleton. Shout out to him. He reread it and said, and the guy from Defiant Records, Steve-O, he was like, yo, if you get out, I got a deal for you. So we was meeting with everybody. Mike Karen, NBA YoungBoy, RCA, Rock Nation. We met with everybody. But when it got sticky and I'm like, yo, he in a situation, everybody walked away, and the guy from Defiant was literally holding it down. He was still around. I had moved him into a condo. I basically put him in a bungalow. I gave him a PlayStation, food every day, and I was hiding him for 3 months. So he wasn't dropping nothing. I just told him, just go in there until I figure it out, because he was on hots. He was like, I know how to get out. And I was like, you can't do that. You know, if you get arrested, ain't no deal coming, ain't no money coming.
So who introduced you to Sha? Like, who connect y'all to make this happen?
Lil TJay. Okay. So I was on Lil TJay.
How did that conversation start?
I was on Lil TJay camp. And long story short, he fired the camp that I was on. So I kind of walked away from him. But I've been with him forever from the beginning. So day to day, every single day, through all the beef, everything. He called me, said, yo, bro, I know we're not really on good terms, but I need you to go help my man. I don't know nobody I could trust. I need you to pull up on him with the paperwork, explain it to him right. Let's get him right. Because we supposed to fly Shy EK out 2 years before, but he didn't have nothing. He didn't have no ID. He was just outside, so it was like he couldn't fly or nothing. So it was like we wasn't able to fly him out. But I called him like, yo, where you at? You know, everybody was calling him to meet up. I'm like, where you at? He like, what day you want to meet? I'm like, right now. I'm about to come right now. Let's figure it out. I pulled up on him. He was dusty. He was not dressing. You feel me? He was 30. He was structured. They know what's going on.
Yeah,
so
we saw the videos.
Yeah, so he was structured. He was like, yo, what you want? I'm like, yo, TJay sent me. He was like, TJay sent you. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, TJay sent me. Let's put it together. And he was like, yo, let's do it. And then after we did that, like a day later, I'm like, you ever signed something? He like, nah, not really, but I don't know. You got to read it. I'm like, yo, bro, if you sign something, I'm going to have to fix the shit. He was like, oh, here we go. Like, he was like, this is on bullshit. And then I was like, don't worry. I'm going to clean it up, go in the bungalow with your girl and a PlayStation and chill. So we taking all bets in 2K2. He played the game for real. So that's just that. So that's the clear up, bro, of the Shy K deal and the bad deal.
So the deal right now with Warren is a good deal.
It's a great deal because it's through Warner, but it's through Defiant.
Okay.
And we structured it that way so that it could be Defiant OGE controlling the drops. I don't care how much money it is. Just make sure that Shy K could drop when he want to drop. And that's what we did. We shot 20 videos in 10 days and we dropped one a week and we got hot and then we took it into Defiant like, yo, let's get the check in. He cut the check right there. He was like, let's do the deal right now. I don't want to wait on lawyers or nothing, but we still was like, let's call a lawyer. If he figured it out, then it's good. So.
All right. Okay.
That's good right there?
That's great.
Oh.
All right, Shy, I got a question. I want to get back to you. I'm glad Noodles brought up TJay, because break down your relationship, your personal relationship with TJay, because y'all grew up together, right?
Fact. We used to do mad shit together. My son told me how to really be in the streets a little bit. And then that's when my son blew up. He blew up. I ain't hate on my son. He was still calling me. Like, once he see me, like, because once he blew up, he started helping Booba Savage. So once he see me, like, with Booba and them posting me, that's when I got in contact with him again. He hit me up out of nowhere. And that's when I started rapping and shit. And then that's when I told him my rapping shit. He was just jacking my shit. And I was doing Shoot Get Shine shit. He was sharing my shit, helping me. I remember I had like 100 followers. So my son shared my shit. I got to 1,000 followers around the time I dropped Shoot Get Shot. So my son was helping me for a minute.
Oh, so that's good. He kept that relationship still. And you said you didn't really felt no type of way when he blew up.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause everybody got their own shit.
Why did they say he wanted to sign you at one point? Is that true?
Yeah, I was gonna sign to his shit.
What
to
happened?
Trench Kid. I basically did sign the Trench Kid with Noodles and them.
Oh, so are you a part of that collection right now?
Yeah.
So you're signed with TJay.
That's how I met Noodles, signed through TJay.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to break it down.
Like, when Noodles came to me, TJay told me, yo, I'm signing me, bro. So the contract was basically Trench Kid.
Oh, okay.
The whole time.
Okay.